Welcome back, everybody, to the Nosebleeds podcast. I am Chris Witt, and with me, as always, is Mr. Adam Schmidt. How are you today, sir?
I'm great. She's slowing down at her old age
Yeah,
there.
yeah. The old computer's taking her time. We hit record a couple times, and it just hung out for a minute.
So maybe there's some silence with us staring into the
Who
camera for
knows?
a
Yeah, it's
while.
gonna be. Adam made some really funny noises with his mouth, but he doesn't have headphones on, so he has no idea it was like ASMR for a
I,
second.
I, I could kind of hear the clicking of the
Yeah,
spit in my mouth.
yeah.
I was trying to mouth recording in progress, but
Recording in progress. So anyway, we are back together again here. We've got Reese's today. We've got some fun stories from this past weekend. We've got a great Mount Rushmore. We have, I mean, I wouldn't say great, but it's a Mount Rushmore. And then we
yeah,
have
it'll be good.
we have what was the last thing we have? Oh, we have a comedy special.
We've
Yeah.
got a heroic story of coaching
Uh
this past weekend.
Unbelievable.
We've got
Unbelievable
we got
weekend.
we got Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day coming up.
That's tomorrow from this recording. So if you're listening to this,
It's
it's
already
either
Valentine's
Valentine's
Day.
Day or it's
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to know. I'll tell you what,
hmm
because it's already fallen out of my pocket. We'll start with Reese's.
Let's do it.
We've got the big cup. I don't think we've done these before. Reese's sprinkles. We just did this last week, didn't we? We just did this 2 weeks. I just looked at these and I went, we just did these 2 weeks ago.
You know
I
what?
was so excited when I saw something new, and I literally just thought, we just did these.
Let's see what kind of scores we gave these.
I think I was 9.7 or 9.8.
Yeah.
I was up there pretty high.
Let's see. Red Velvet. Was that after?
Yeah, it'd be. I think it's gonna be here. I think it's the very last podcast. Oh no, our last podcast was on was over Zoom, wasn't it?
Before that, I think we had Andre on. So it must have been before that. Frozen banana slice. There it is. Spring sprinkles, big cup, both 9.7s. Which to me sounds like it was good enough. I can't wait. I'll eat those right now.
All right. Well, we're gonna eat them anyway, and
Yeah.
we'll just.
You know what? It
Sorry, I apologize. I
what if
thought I had something new.
no. What if we I mean there's a chance that we might not have a 9.7 again.
I
Sometimes
mean,
you try
it might go to 9.8. You're right. I mean, it's a big cup with some sprinkles in it.
Yeah. Oh, hey, let me hear your opinion on this. Sometimes
Oh,
you get a double or
or
a
like a 17 of
or a
them. Yeah.
triple
You,
wrapper,
you might
right?
have about
I
eight
got
of them.
I got
Usually,
two,
when it happens, there's about eight of them.
three, four, five, oh, six.
Six.
I love that. It feels
Six.
extra protected.
Yeah, six
You know?
wax wrapper. The old six waxer.
God, I feel like I found a golden ticket.
Yeah, it's what it is. Yeah. Basically, if there was, you open them and maybe you have like a third, every third one is orange. I don't know why orange is the color it would be, but it is. So Adam, how was basketball this weekend? You guys are officially done with league play now, right?
That's correct.
When does the tournament start?
Tournament starts this weekend. We were fortunate enough to win our game this weekend. Last league game, finished 9-1 in the league.
Let's go.
Beaten twice or three times maybe, or a team that we split 2-2 with.
Oh, 2-2.
Split,
Tournaments.
split,
Tournaments.
yeah, split 1-1 in the league, split 1-1 in tournaments.
Okay,
So,
so let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Is the entire tournament this weekend, or is it one game this weekend? If you win, you play again the next weekend.
we don't play until a week from so next Friday,
Oh, wow.
and then if we win Friday, championship is Saturday. So
Okay.
no games for 2 weeks, two games 2 days in a row if we if we win that first one.
A lot of practice,
I wish. I mean,
hopefully.
yeah, we had two this week, and we're not going to be able to do our regular schedule next week, but we might be able to have a practice at Elder next
Mm.
week. So we're going to try to. We might only have one practice at Elder on Monday or
Wow.
Wednesday or something like that. So
How'd you guys get into Elder?
that's where the championship is. I don't know, I think they've got some teams practicing there. I don't know if maybe there are too many games scheduled at Jew. That's usually the problem. We've had so many practices canceled because they have to play league games there. So
That's ridiculous that they have
yeah.
to play league games on your practice day.
Mhm.
That's ridiculous. I don't ever remember playing a league game during the week when I was in grade school.
Me either.
Ever.
We played two or three, and a whole bunch of other people were playing on Thursdays, and
Hmm.
we had one on Monday. And yeah,
That's crazy.
weird.
Um, hmm. So that's a big deal. Feeling good.
Yeah, yeah. We got to get everybody healthy. We have nine. We have three out today, so we had a
Oh,
six man practice, which is not very uncommon for us. Like we have somebody's always also kids are starting into other sports. We've had kids miss some practices already for other sports.
for
Yeah.
what?
Well,
What would you be missing right now for?
we had we've got two kids that missed actually a game or two and a couple practices for
Fishing?
lacrosse for fishing and
If you're
so
listening to this and not watching on YouTube, it looked like Adam was casting a bowl.
You're 100% right. Uh, I was doing my
Uh-huh.
stick, Anyway,
Shooting the lacrosse ball.
shooting a lacrosse ball. So we've got lacrosse players, we've got volleyball players that have missed. Um, like everybody on the team plays baseball, but luckily those usually don't
You
run
shouldn't
into each
have a
other.
problem with baseball. Most people, even if they're having weekday practices, they shouldn't be missing basketball for baseball.
I don't think anybody has yet, but I know they're doing some stuff for baseball, like they're hitting and
Well,
stuff.
absolutely, yeah.
There is one other team, I guess, besides yours that are practicing in January,
That
December,
is not
February.
true.
Oh,
That is not
you
true.
think more people? Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
You don't have go to Scallywag on any day, or not Scallywag, Swing Time on any day, and it's packed from 5 o'clock till 9 o'clock.
I figured, yeah.
There's people in there every hour on the hour in there.
Mhm. Yeah. Anyway, we yeah, somebody's all, and then everybody in the world is sick right now, so
Hmm.
we've had for pretty much every week of the season, we've had at least one kid miss a practice because he's sick, and some kids miss multiple. We had a kid miss like 2 weeks of practices and games because they were on vacation, and
I
so
got a kid like that too.
yeah. So anyway,
I got
hello.
I got a kid who he's on my team. He's a really good I mean, he's really good. He shoots good. He's got good handles. He can move. Soft hands. Like we got a lot of that anyway. He would for sure be on our top team, and he's big. He's a big kid too. Would for sure be on the top team, but he straight up told him like, "Listen, I'm a wrestler. I'm gonna miss this weekend. I'll be in Texas. I'll be in Iowa. I'll be in, he's
Wow.
all over the place." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm gonna go on a Disney cruise and for a week too." So he's been at like half our games, maybe, but he will be there this whole weekend, which is good.
Good.
But we've got a big weekend this weekend.
Yeah. Tell me about your weekend this weekend, and tell me about this past weekend and where you're at in the season.
All right, so we are not 9-1.
Well, I mean, are you at the end? Do
No,
you,
we
you have
have
any
two
more?
weeks of game. We have 4 games left.
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday this week, Saturday, Sunday next week, and then the tournament's the weekend after that. Here's the problem. The tournament's like February 27th through March 2nd.
Okay.
My first baseball tournament is March 1st and 2nd. So I don't know how it's going to go. I mean, we're playing much better basketball now than we have been in the past, which is good. It's good. The boys are playing well. We went 2-0 for the first time, not first time. I think we did another time, but won 2 games this weekend. 3 total if you include the girls.
Yeah.
The girls lost a game. The very first game of the year, they lost to another Oak Hills team.
Mhm.
And it was on a last, like they beat us by 2. It was at the very end of the game. Uh, Girl made a basket to win it. Congratulations. The little girl's awesome. She's been on my softball team for years, for a couple years. Or this, yeah, for she's a good little kid. Happy for her. Now that little they found out that was their first game too. They found out what they had in her, right?
Hmm.
So like most, because we're in the so we're technically the B team for third grade girls, which I know sounds ridiculous, and it is ridiculous. We have to play rec because there is no B or high rec, so we have to play rec. So we're just another rec team. Okay,
Okay.
it's exactly what we are. We're the kids that didn't get chosen for the select team that were actually at tryouts.
Okay.
That's who's on our team. Okay,
Gotcha.
so girls that showed up to tryouts. Nobody has any idea how good they are. They've never played on 10-foot rim. That's who I got. Uh,
The Lord's work.
However, everybody gets 1 hour practice, maybe 2 1 hour practices. I get 2 hour and a half practices. I know
Mm,
you're jealous of
mm,
that. My
mm,
girls,
mm.
my third grade girls get 2 hour and a half practices, and you struggle to get 1 hour practice in a week. I feel for you. I feel for you.
Ah,
So we've kind of managed to, we really trying to learn the 5 out offense and cutting and replacing and all that stuff. But we've kind of developed a way to get to set some screens because there's a lot of overplaying in this game, and we've got a little double screen play that we run
mm.
on either side, whichever side the ball gets thrown into, and you go down and set a screen off the ball. The wing sets it down into the corner so she can get open because that's our biggest problem is getting open. She gets the ball and then she opens up. She reverse pivots, opens up, waits for that same person that set the screen, immediately sprints up with the defender and just sets another ball screen now. And she's got to ball sweep, go outside, and we're usually wide open for a shot.
Okay.
If that doesn't work, the point guard cuts. We make a pass out. We're supposed to get into our offense from there.
Yep.
Doesn't happen. It's third grade girls. They run around like and ask for the ball from each other.
Yeah.
But we've at least got them to start off into an offense.
Mhm.
So we had of our 8 girls the other day, 6 scored.
Wow.
Okay. And we beat the team that beat us, right? And it was the other
Hey.
Oak Hills team. And this team has not, they've only lost one other game. They only lost one game, and it was to a Three Rivers school that is, they don't have an A team. So it's all their best players. And they're hitting jump shots on us when we played them. They killed us.
Wow.
So that's the only team so they think they're tough, right? Well, they just throw the ball to one girl, tell her to dribble down, and then she dribbles down and shoots. That's all they did the entire game. They obviously don't teach how to dribble or pivot because they just put the ball right in front of you. So I'm like, girls, just take the ball. Like it's in front of you, just take it. And I feel bad being that guy, like yelling out to these little girls. It's
No.
in front of you. Just take the ball from her. Just take it. Stop playing defense. And when it's in front of you, take it. Because it almost sounds like, okay, well, come on now. No, no, we
Right.
need to do it. So we were a little more aggressive, and we came out and got the dub. It was nice. The girls were very excited, very excited. Again, started off slow, but we win. Play at 2 o'clock. The boys played at 2:30. Okay,
Yep.
we played at 2. We're at the same school but in different gyms.
2 o'clock game, 2:30 game, same school, different gyms.
Yeah. So we take off running. I take off running from the one gym to the other because the boys started with the assistant coach going, and I was like, "You get them. I'm just going to run in there hopefully I get there by halftime." I'm running from one gym to the other, completely out of breath, bust open the doors. The boys are standing right in front of the bench. Timeout. I look up, 2 minutes and 30 seconds is on the clock. I'm like, I made it before halftime. I'm like, all right, boys, what's going on? What's going on? And he's like, oh, coach is here. Just went to halftime. It was counting down. So I got there
No.
right at halftime. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I sit down and the boys are like, all right. And I said, so what's going on? Good. What's going on? What do we got? And they're talking. I'm like, all right, let's get into this. Let's go. Let's go. We're down by 10 when I get there.
At
Down
the
by
half.
10 at the half.
Okay.
Down by 10. Get out against against an Indian Hill team with some kids that are slightly
Wealthy?
whiny.
No, that's
Oh no, wait, was Indian Hill the first game on Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. That's when we played, and they were a little whiny.
okay.
Kind of whiny kids, very whiny. Complain arguing constantly about every call, and the referee even told him, gave him 3 warnings that he was going to give him technicals, and finally handed out a technical for it on a play where our kid got fouled and made the basket. So we got
Oh,
4 free throws. So it's close. We bring it all the way back.
free throws for that?
Yes. Oh, sorry. He missed the basket. He
Okay.
did not make the
Okay.
basket. He got fouled, did not make it. I apologize. So we, good call. So anyway, we're making it. We make a comeback and we take the lead. Our press is rolling and we are playing defense and everything's going. We're making shots, like we're hitting jumpers, we're hitting threes. We're like oh boy,
Mhm.
what is this? Coach Chris came running in, coached his team to victory, my friend. I'm telling you, down by 10 at halftime, and the savior came.
You led by example with your hustle, is what I think.
100%, 100%.
Hustling through that school.
And then our press turned up and did what it needed to do.
Man.
And yeah, so when he got fouled, there's 2 minutes left in the game. No, a minute left in the game. He gets that foul. Then they call a technical on that kid. He's got 4 free throws. It's my best free throw shooter on the line. 2 out of 4.
Okay.
Like in practice, he'll go 7 to 10 out of 10 every time we shoot free throws.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay,
in sixth grade,
yeah.
2 out of 4 isn't even all that bad. I mean, you want it
Well,
to be
we
better, but
we missed 12 free throws in a row before that.
wow.
I think somebody said something like that. I can't remember exactly. I've got it in the book. I make them write down how many we miss. So anyway, so then it's like, okay, so we go up by 4 we were up by 2, we go up by 4. Still a little nerve wracking, right? Still a little nervous here. It's not put away yet, but we came back, we got the lead, it's looking good. And then my second best free throw shooter gets fouled the next time down the court. 1 for 2. Parker goes 1 for 2. When these two shoot free throws in practice, they don't miss. And usually in games, they're really good. They shoot probably 65 to 70%. 50% from the free throw line, which is better than everybody else shot that day. So I can't be mad at them. But yeah, a couple of those happened, and then we hit a 3, and we ended up winning by like 5. Ended up being a great game.
Wow.
The next day, Sunday, play a team that beat us the very first game of the year too. They've got 2 wins on the year. One of them are against us. Now, don't get me wrong. At this point, we've only got 4 wins on the year.
Okay.
But so now we have 5 because we ended up. I told the boys, I said, it's time. Step on somebody. Don't you come out with intensity and then step on their neck. Don't let them back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And they came out and just they got one really good kid on their team. I put my 2 pesky little sons of guns on him, irritated him to no out, just irritated the crap out of him. We beat that. We had to take the press off because we were up by 20.
Yeah.
I haven't had to do that yet this year. So it was kind of nice to have to pull the press off.
That's nice.
I'm like, hey, bud, that's kind of our only defense right now. Kind of need this press because we're actually, when the press got broke, we were still doing a great job of setting up and just disrupting their defense, which we never do. Usually, if it gets broken, they just lay it in. We're done.
Yeah.
We did a good job of getting back on and everything. It was really good. Press looked really good. Of course, they're second last place team in the league. So
Still, you want to see it, you want them to feel
yes,
feel it being done right.
yes,
You know,
and it was. And we didn't just barely win; we beat that team. So we got another one. This team that we play on Saturday has 1 win, and guess who that win was against?
Was that you?
Us.
Got
So we
another
got to come out.
opportunity to
That's
get
what I
one.
told the boys today. Same thing. We come out on Saturday, do it. Friday, though's the game. We play at the St. Dominic tournament. We play the #1 team in our league. They've only got 1 loss, but the coach went to Dominic. I went to Dominic,
I
so we
was
both
gonna say,
got into their tournament.
Is that the game of the year for you?
This
The
is the
Dominic
big. The
tournament?
Dominic tournament's huge. I let these boys know every time who I am, who that team was back in
I'm
1998.
number
I
3
show
on the
them
all-time St. Dominic scoring list.
steals list, not
Steals
scoring.
list.
No, steals
Steals
list.
list.
Steals list, not scoring. There's not even close to that. Third last, maybe. Third last. I think we played 40 or 50 games that year with tournaments and everything because we won like 5 tournaments too. And I'm pretty sure I might have had 4 points all year. But I started and played defense against the best player on the team the entire. We played a box and 1 on the start almost every game.
Give me that over a great score any day.
100%. And that's what I try to tell the kids. But I like to show them where it says 1998 up on it was the last big school when they still had, when they didn't do big school, little school. We played everybody.
Yeah.
And then by the time they started that big little school stuff, Dominic was in the little schools and they got one other eighth grade win. But we're the last real eighth grade winner. We beat everybody. So I like to let everybody know, let them boys know how important it is. But the coach we play on Friday, his dad was my coach at Dominic. So
Love it.
yeah. So and then we of course got put on the same side of the bracket, so we got to play each other, which is fine.
Blackhawk
Semifinal.
legacy game.
That's right. Blackhawk legacy game is right here, buddy. You got that right. So we've got two. We've got two Dominic boys coaching Harrison and Oak Hills, and going at it in the semifinals of the
Yes,
St. Dominic
sir.
tournament. Very excited for that.
Man,
Very
that's great.
excited for that.
Friday, tomorrow?
It's tomorrow at 7 o'clock. No, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 5 to 6. Yeah, tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
I'll be at Elder watching the Panthers, but
It's okay.
if I wasn't,
Yeah, I know it.
God, I would love to go to that.
So they beat us pretty good, but it's a smaller gym. Our press is way better in smaller gyms.
Sure.
They can't run up and down the court on us like they usually do. So I feel much more confident that it'll be a better game for this. Plus, I get an extra timeout. Last time we played them, I accidentally ran out of timeouts with 6 or 7 minutes to go in the game. So get an extra timeout. I'll pay a little better attention to it this time. 5 timeouts, dude. You guys get 5 timeouts.
You guys only get 4 and
4 and 2 20-minute running halves. You guys get 5 in
Oh.
4 6-minute stoppage halves, stoppage quarters. That's insane. Like we had a game
Yeah.
that took like an hour and 15 minutes
wow.
as everybody used their timeouts, and it's like, oh my god, this is going to take forever.
Hmm.
Both teams were in the double, were in the bonus, in probably 2 of the 4 quarters. So it was a lot of stoppage.
Yeah.
A lot of stoppage.
Sure.
Anyway, yeah, so very excited about this weekend, and then that brings us to the next thing. I mean, outside of me being like, I can't even get, Paul Pierce coming out of the locker room, to save the day, basically, except I was coaching, not playing.
Willis Reed, I would say.
Willis Reed, that's who it was, wasn't it?
Paul Pierce came back when
But
he
that was after he pooped his
when
pants.
he pooped his pants and had to take a wheelchair. In
Yeah.
there.
Well, you don't want anybody to see you do.
Right. No, I
in
get
your
it.
draws.
Sure.
So anyway, save the day. We got 2. We're working on a little bit of a winning streak here. Boys hopefully are playing their best basketball, but we've got 2 more weeks of games
Wow.
before our tournament, and
We will hopefully be playing for a championship when you guys are wrapping up your regular season.
yes, that's the goal.
And then
I hope
then
you
we
are
can
too.
Hopefully see you guys get one.
Yeah, it'd be nice. We'll see how it goes though. But anyway, so after the game on Friday,
Mhm.
game's at 7. We have an 8:45 reservation for dinner because tomorrow is
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Late dinner, bro. Late dinner.
That is late.
8:45.
Were you getting a reservation that late?
It's bonefish. It's the only. I think the only reason it's a reservation is because it's on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think most of the time you can just walk in there. But yeah, so 8:45 on
Wow.
Valentine's
Whole family or just you and the wife?
Day. Me, Aaron, and then my brother and sister-in-law.
Sure.
Yeah. So just a little double date action.
Love
Head
it.
out and yeah. But most important, before basketball, we have baseball from 5 to 6.
There you
So
go.
we got to hit 5 to 6, basketball at 7, dinner at 8:45. It's gonna be a busy night tomorrow, my friend.
Busy night. Sounds
Yes.
like a great night though.
Very excited. Should
Yeah.
be good. Should be good.
Do you have a favorite Valentine's Day in your life? Favorite Valentine's Day moment, favorite Valentine's Day treat, favorite Valentine's Day when we gave each other the little cardboard Valentines
Yeah.
in school.
Oh man, do you
anything?
remember the Valentine's Day? So my kids have got they're giving the coolest stuff out at Valentine's Day. Like one of them's got like it's an individual silly straw, whatever,
Yeah.
and then a Valentine that it goes through, and the other one's got these like squishy, like key rings that hook onto a Valentine, and then they fill a Valentine. So they're getting like toys and stuff.
Wow.
Uh, when you were a kid, everybody did Valentine's, right? Everybody bought
Yeah.
their Valentines. Five different kids will all have GI Joe. You'll get the stuff, same five Barbie ones and Care Bears and whatever everybody got. Most of them all look the same,
Yeah.
but they all had different things written on them.
Hmm.
And when you were a kid and you were signing your Valentine, it said to so and so from Adam. Did you do
Hmm.
right? You had to we always put to who, every single kid in the class, and then from Chris. Did you like pick and choose exactly what writing was in there to make sure it didn't have any? You didn't want to give a girl one that may have had an innuendo in it, like make it sound like something. And number two, did you ever get one from a girl and be like, do you think this means, do you think the way she picked this one specifically for me?
I probably thought that.
Yeah.
I was probably wrong. But I don't remember. There might have even been years where I didn't even put names. I just made sure I had enough for my class, and I just
Just
passed
put
one out to
Adam
each
on there and
person.
just
Yeah,
handed them out. Yeah.
yeah. But I don't know. There may have been also years where I put names on there, and then if that was the case, especially once you get sixth, seventh, eighth grade, you might be thinking. Although I don't know if we did those in eighth, seventh, eighth grade. But anyway,
Yeah.
um, at some point you got old enough where you start noticing the girls and stuff like
Oh
that,
yeah.
and you.
Oh yeah.
So maybe I honestly don't remember specifically. But the only thing I remember about that was I just as many years as I gave them out, I always got the Michael Jordan Valentines.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That was and then like my friend Matt had them and
Yep.
like three or four of us to your
Yep.
point
Yep. Had
got
the
the
same
Michael
one.
Jordan ones.
Yep.
That was fine. I
Yeah.
give me the Michael Jordan ones from you
Yeah.
guys and I'll give everybody
Come
one.
soar away with me. Happy Valentine's Day
100%.
or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
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 You make my heart fly or something, whatever, whatever.
My tongue's out for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Me
They were
neither.
for kids, it had to be really
Yeah. Cheesy.
yeah. But anyway, that's what I remember the most from like school Valentines.
Yeah.
I had to do the Michael Jordan ones.
Yeah.
Um, but that was it. Yeah. And then Valentine's days after that, I don't know. Valentine's days as
Me,
adults,
Aaron and I first started dating. I felt, like neither of us had good jobs or anything. We trying to
because we're young.
skimp on some money wherever you can. I found like this, Applebee's and something else like combined coupon for Gatlinburg, like a place that like it was an Applebee's coupon that came with a one night in Gatlinburg in this hotel together, and it was like a combo thing. Cheap as all, dude, cheapest hotel you ever seen in your life, and obviously is Applebee's, so whatever. That was one of the funniest things I can remember doing specifically for Valentine's Day. We don't really do a lot for Valentine's Day.
I
Outside of maybe like dinner. We do dinner a lot.
Yeah, dinner makes sense. Did you ever do the White Castle reservation?
No.
Yeah,
No, never did the White Castle
neither
reservation.
did I.
No.
Neither did I. I heard it's big.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
They'd like make it real nice in there and stuff, I guess.
I
And
mean,
yeah.
do they? Or do they just put a
Well,
rose on the table?
you're still tasting the same
I mean,
food,
and
but
I'm pretty sure they just put a rose on the table on each
is that
table.
right?
I think that might be all.
I don't
And
even
then
know.
take reservations. Yeah. A little silly if you ask me,
Well,
but
yeah, I guess you could do that anywhere then. Yeah, that's it. I
yeah.
don't know. I
Never
don't know
did
that I have
anything
it.
crazy for Valentine's Day.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't even want if I get in a relationship again, I don't even want to acknowledge Valentine's Day. It's so dumb.
Eh, it doesn't bother me. A lot of people feel that way. It's a made up holiday. What we're just in love today? No, no.
Yeah,
Nah, you know what? Whatever. I'm all for celebrating every day, but
sure.
you want to celebrate something? I'm in. Let's celebrate it,
Hmm.
right? Hey, today's towel day. Guess what? I'm wearing a towel.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
I would like one of those things that's like every day has a day, like National Chili Day, National this day, National that day. I'd like to start celebrating those probably a little more.
I think you should, and I think I will join you any chance I get.
Yeah.
You let me know what day it is, or if I find out, I'll let you know, and we'll figure out some way to celebrate it. Maybe it's just a couple-minute phone call.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, love you. Happy Green Apples Day.
Yeah.
Happy,
Yeah.
phone charger day. Whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know I was thinking about you today. It's National Boxes Day.
Yeah.
And just letting you know, man.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
I
you.
feel like we've probably carried, all the moving we've done and
We've
cousins
carried
moving.
boxes
Sure,
together
we've
for
carried
sure.
boxes together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm with you.
For sure. Do you think we're done with having to help people move? Are we at the age now where like the people we know are getting movers?
I mean, I don't know, man.
If you were to move, would you get movers or would you rent a truck and go do your thing?
Yeah, I think I would do that. Every time I've moved, it's pretty much been my dad, my brother, and I.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it,
Yeah.
and that's fine because I don't have tons of stuff,
Yeah. It's
But
really getting the bed out, getting the couch out.
yeah,
Yeah. And then in the dining room table.
sure,
And then after that it's box after box after box.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can do that by myself if I need to.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. When was the last time you helped somebody move? Do you know?
I don't know. I know my truck has helped many people move.
Sure.
I've had a lot of times where I have something going on and I tell people, "Well, you can use my truck." And they'll take the truck and use my truck to move. But I don't know. Maybe my sister, I don't
Mm,
know who the last
yeah,
person I helped move was.
yeah. I'm not sure either. For me, I feel like it wasn't that long ago, but I don't remember. Anyway, who knows? I feel like I will help somebody move again at some point.
I'm gonna be more of a supervisor though. I feel like I've graduated to a supervisor role.
Especially if you get younger folks.
Yeah.
You're like,
If I'm
I've done this a lot. You guys go ahead and get that.
Yep.
You want to move, you want to twist
Twist
it
and
this
turn. I
way
got you.
as you
Yep.
get. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Twist and turn. I got you here. I got your back. Up, up, up. Nope. That's it. That's it. All right. Bend that backside. Take that backside to the right. To the right. All right. We're good. We're good. Push through. All right.
Yep. Watch your
Look,
hand,
look.
watch your hand, watch your hand, watch your foot,
Yep.
watch your
Yep.
foot.
Handrail. Watch your hand on the handrail. Oh
Oh, that pitch.
man. Oh, there's nothing worse than carrying a couch up the steps. And then as you're below the handrail the whole way up, and then you get to the top and you start lifting up, and your hand pinches between the couch and the handrail. Oh, and you can't drop it because you're gonna die.
Yeah.
It's gonna fall on you
Especially,
because the guy on the top's doing nothing at this point. He's like bending over, just keeping it in the air. He's not holding any of the weight. You've got all the weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget that. Oh, it's so bad. The handrail.
I don't know how many times I've said, wait, 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 wait. Oh, man.
Or the door jam. Yeah. Sometimes on the door jam when you're trying to make that turn and they start turning early and you're like, okay, oh, 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 it's not gonna fit. Hold on. Out, out, out. You slide your hand underneath and you've got no grip anymore. And you're just like, all right, we gotta come back a little bit. Come on, go, 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 go.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's the worst. It's
Oh
the
gosh.
worst.
There's a lot of stuff about
Mm.
about moving that's difficult.
I kind of enjoy being the guy like I can get that by myself.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about nah. You got to go up and turn. That's a tight turn. Trust me, it's gonna be more difficult if I have to tell you what I'm thinking. I'd rather just do it on my own.
Yeah.
I'll bring this whole table up. Like
Yeah.
it ain't that bad. It's just awkward. But I get it once I get it up there, I can and then I feel like I'm not messing nothing up. Otherwise, then the irritation that you get with the other person because you're not on the same page and you know they're irritated because you're not doing what they want and you're irritated because they're not doing what you want. Now I'm mad at my friend for no reason because we're helping somebody else move and now we're mad at each other because we can't get a couch up the steps.
Because this is heavy and I'm gonna get hurt.
Yeah. And I'm starting to get irritated because I'm down here. You can't figure out how to get through the door jam up at the top. And meanwhile, I'm holding everything. I got this entire 300-pound couch on me right now.
Neither one of us thought to measure,
No.
first of all.
No. Should we have taken the feet off of this couch first?
Right.
I'm not bringing it downstairs. Start twisting. Just get your hand out. Start twisting. Get that foot
wedge
off.
my knee right here on the
Yep.
step.
Yep.
I can hold it on this knee.
Got it right there.
If you can hurry up.
Twist this thing. Come twist this off. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. Get back to the house, to the next house. We only got 3 feet. Yeah, I don't care. Stick some books under it. They'll figure it out. It's not my couch. I don't know where that thing's at. Might have bounced out of my truck on the way over here. I don't even care. Couch sucks anyway. They should have just left it there, threw it away. They're getting a new couch in a couple weeks. Made me carry this stupid couch up, and I got to carry it with George over there. He doesn't know what he's doing. Hello, you got to turn. You can't just walk straight back into a wall. You got to turn a little bit.
George is one of the worst guys to help move.
Ugh.
with. He just yeah, he doesn't know like geometry at all.
Yes.
And
He's
like I'm
got
not great with
no
geometry,
idea.
but he's really
God,
bad
he's
with it.
so bad.
It's like sometimes some of the stuff seems pretty obvious,
Mhm.
like, it's you can't put the triangle through the,
Yeah.
the
Square.
circle hole
Mhm.
or whatever, and you gotta.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not that hard.
So
But
frustrating. So
yeah.
frustrating. I got a brother-in-law. My brother-in-law worked at Court Furniture.
Okay.
Okay. So Court Furniture's up in like off Tylersville up there. And like what they do is like they'll set up for like apartments or houses that are cleaned out. They'll rent furniture out, take it, they take it to the house, somebody sets it all up. Then they have their open houses and everything, and then they take that, and then they come back, take all the furniture, and take it back to the warehouse. And you can rent furniture, like if you're renting a house for a month, you can just rent furniture from all kinds of stuff like that. So that's what he did for a living was just move in and out of places, just
Wow.
moving furniture all day, every day. And he comes over to move. My dude has got four lamps and a chair, walking up steps, turning a corner. Nothing touches a wall. It's insane. I'm like, how in God's name do you even? How did that happen? The chair's on your head. This makes sense. Dude is a professional,
You figured out
legit
you
professional.
figure out how to do it
Yeah,
efficiently,
he
eh?
worked there for like 8 or 10 years. Dude. He knew
Wow.
exactly what he was doing.
That's good. That's a valuable person to have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whenever something that's the thing that sucks though is anytime somebody knows that,
Mm.
they're like, "Hey, I'm moving, bro. You gonna help me?" Yeah, yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Everybody knows I'm the mover, man. It's gonna take you 5 trips. It'd take me two.
Yep.
Oh boy, got it. Oh
Oh,
boy's got
that's
it.
impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't move on Valentine's Day. That's what I say. What
Don't.
about getting engaged? Do you get engaged on Valentine's Day? Or is that too cliche?
Does it
Is
seem
that
a little
too?
hacky?
Is it too? Is it?
Eh.
Is it like it's too easy?
You didn't get
No,
engaged on Valentine's Day?
I got
Oh,
engaged on like a random
okay.
Tuesday or something. We were just on vacation.
That's right.
I ever tell you the story when I got how I got engaged?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But
Good.
tell it to the folks.
I got engaged. I brought the got had the conversation right before we went on the little her family's vacation conversation with father-in-law. Want to do this? He's like, you sure? Funny stuff. The father-in-law said, yeah, yeah. I said, I don't know when it's going to be. I'm just going to keep it in my pocket all the time. And then when I find the time, I'm just going to do it. I just want to make it as random as I can. Like I had it on the beach with me and never brought it out, never did it. And then we go to like go-karts, this go-kart place. And we're walking from the go-karts to another side. And there's a sign that says something weird. And and her mom's like, oh, you guys take a picture by the sign. And I was like, all right. So
Hmm.
we go over to the picture, random sign. Like, I don't even know what it is. We turn around like we're there. I get down on a knee, and mom didn't know. She's like, like that. And then her sister does the same thing. Aaron freaks out, thinks there's a bee by her, and starts going, what? Like freaking out, swatting. I'm like, what? You thought that reaction made you think there was a bee by you? Like what? So I'm on a knee and she's freaking out trying to kill an imaginary bee before she finally turns around and sees me. So uh yeah, it was
That's
pretty
great.
it was pretty funny.
That's a good story.
Yeah. But that's what I wanted. I didn't want like,
I agree.
on the beach with the sunset or the sunrise on the beach. I don't want any of that. We're not sunset or sunrise people,
No.
so I don't need that. So just I wanted it to be as random as I could make it.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a perfect little story.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
When you got engaged, what was your story? How did you get engaged?
I was at it was funny
Was
because
that the Dave and Buster's or Chuck E. Cheese or something like that?
no, it
No.
was across the street from one, but it was so we had been dating for a while, and we ended up like I knew I wanted to do it, and she so like we were gonna meet somewhere,
So it
right?
was a she.
It was a she.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it was a lady. Um, but well, yeah, I know who you're thinking about. The first one, I was confused. I was in college. It just didn't
Yeah,
work
it's
out.
one of
But
those things.
um, but we were supposed to meet somewhere, and we were both on our way to meet at this restaurant. I wasn't going to propose at the restaurant,
Sure, that's yeah.
but I had the ring already because I was trying to figure out when, sometime in the next couple of weeks, I was going to do it.
Yep.
I had to stop and get gas. I pull into this little Sunoco station. Who's at the pump next to me?
No, you're kidding me.
My girl. We
She's
both
right
stopped at the
there.
same
Oh,
Sunoco station.
it's
The same.
Fate du Campoli or something like that, right? What do they
Yeah,
call that?
yeah,
Serendipity.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that would have
yeah.
made a little more sense.
That's yeah. I mean, yeah. Anything French you want to say, but I saw her at the next gas pump over,
Tell me yes,
and
yes.
I go,
Did you start pumping first, or did you go straight over?
I put the thing, I flicked the little thing down
Yep,
so it
yep.
stayed,
So it stayed on. Yep.
and I walk over there and I go, hey, and she goes, oh my gosh, that's crazy, and I get down on one knee and I go, I'll marry you if you pay for my gas, and
Oh,
she did, she paid for my gas, and I was kind of thinking she might say no, I'm not going to pay for your gas, and then I'd be like, never
all
mind,
right.
then
Well, I'm
I'm
putting the ring back
yeah,
away.
but
So she said yes once or twice.
she said yes to both.
She did say
She
yes to
did say
both.
yes
Okay,
to
I just
both.
want to make
Yeah.
sure because she could have just been like yes, and you don't know which one she's saying yes to.
She said yes to both.
Okay,
So,
all right.
yeah. And then we 3 weeks before the wedding, we broke it off at that same gas station.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Just randomly, or you got to the gas
No,
station and you
no.
got cold feet?
Yep. I pulled up to get gas. She was in the car with me that time,
Yeah.
and I get gas, and I'm just standing out there watching the numbers roll, and as the gas is filling up, and I'm like, you know what? Who knows?
Was it a digital, like the digital thing there? So you're watching every number, or was it the
Mm,
scrolly, like the old scrolly ones where
No,
you,
this was after 1941, so this was the digital thing, and so it was. But I watch them change, and
yeah.
I just thought, you know what, this all these numbers. Who knows how many days we have left to live? I don't want to
Be
have to.
locked in?
I don't want to have to marry this lady for a really long time,
Yeah.
or something. And
You ever think maybe marital contracts should just be like let's sign a contract 5 years
yes,
and
I
go
thought about this
and go
seriously.
from there. Let's say I will commit
You
to
could
you for 5 years. If it's really good, let's resign. I'm in to resign.
absolutely.
Yeah, but give me let's can we
I
let's
stay with you. I can get the super max on the next deal,
yes.
and we
Yeah.
can we can do the super max then, and go, and then we have our tenure and all that kind, and
Yeah.
we could sign. Now we can get 7 years.
Or like let's do a 2 year contract.
Yeah,
No kids in the first one. Let's have it in, and then if everything's good when we renew, let's have it in the first contract that on the renewal it's a guaranteed 2 kids in the next 5 years.
boom.
I kind of like the negotiation side of this.
It should be that, no question about it. It should be that, no
Yeah,
question.
you can write all kinds of stuff into the contract.
Yes, it should be a contract. Because then you don't have the thing. I mean, it is a contract, I guess, now, sort of, because you're signing paperwork and all
Yeah,
that, but and it's recognized by the league as the state or whatever.
the
um,
state is the league.
yeah, but yeah, I think you should be able to, and it can just be an amicable, hey, look, yeah,
You know what?
it's a business,
It's a
right?
business.
It's a
I'm running my own
business.
business. You're running your own business. The business of the league is watching over us, and we're like, you know what? We
And
had a
listen,
good run.
and listen,
I,
if you
I may want to be a free agent.
if you get 4 teams that agree, you can make a trade
Yeah,
at some point if you want
100%.
to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
34 team trade.
Of like,
Yeah.
um,
Get a LeBron for you get an AD for a Luca, or you
sure.
could get a bunch of
You're,
draft picks
you're
for Zach LaVine. You never know. Some third or fourth round draft picks.
see, I'm telling you, that is a $1 trillion idea.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Man, could you imagine how the negotiations between like you and the other team trying to figure out how you're going to negotiate this next contract or the trade? Like how are we going to make this trade work? You're talking because it's never all the parties aren't talking, right? Like the players aren't talking to the owners, right? So
Sure.
if you're having a conversation with your buddy like, "Hey man, here's the deal. we both had a good run with these two, but what do you say? I think she's got some things that you would like, and I think
Hmm.
there's some things over there I would like that would make my life better.
Hmm.
She's got some stuff going on that'll make your life better. I think this is a pretty even trade.
I think they
Do
everybody
the
has to have a no trade clause though, because
okay.
everybody has to be able to
Because
prove it.
then you can't, yeah, because then, yeah, so there can't be like, oh, you're not, yeah, then we own people. So we're
Right,
not
right,
doing
right, right,
that,
right,
right?
right,
So
right, right.
they would have, then we'd have to bring all the parties in.
Right. Or, because it's 2025, or the ladies own the men. I mean, I think that's even
Go ahead.
um
Yeah. You want to trade me to the other, I'm fine with that. Just as long as the trade, no, I need a no
no,
trade
you need
clause.
a no trade.
I need a
Everybody
no
needs a
trade.
no trade
We
clause.
need a no trade
That's what
clause.
I meant by the four team thing. It's
Yeah,
got to
that
be a four
four
teams
people,
have to
all
agree
four
on it.
teams. Yeah, all four teams need to agree on the trade. I definitely agree. And you always got that one that's like, man, all three of these teams are really into this. I might get left out if I don't make this trade. I might just get
Yeah.
left.
You know,
I'm gonna have to settle for a 2 year contract
yeah.
and see if I can get out of it after that.
That's true.
Maybe I can make a
There's going to
trade
be
and
some sign
I
and
could
trades.
trade
There's
up.
going to be
Yeah,
some
yeah,
renegotiations. There
no
could be
doubt.
some buyouts, you
Yeah,
know.
I never thought about that. Though definitely buyouts would have to be pretty high.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And
That
then
could be
you,
part of the trade.
yeah.
If one of the people isn't into it, or two of the people aren't into it, you can make the trade and then buy each other out, and
Sure.
then you're both free agents now.
How about this? Like you think about the times when you're in baseball and you're under arbitration and all this, and then you
Hmm.
sign you go sign your first free agent deal for like a 3 year, 4 year deal, and then you re-sign with that team, but you've had some good years with them and they want to jump in and go, let's go 10 years.
Yeah,
But they know at the end of they're going to get a lot in the beginning of that contract.
yeah.
But at the end of the contract, it may not be what they want.
You're going to be a shell of yourself by then.
So, yeah, it's not going to be the same. So,
Yeah,
what is that buyout at the end of the contract and will it be worth it later on down the line? That's
yeah,
a good question.
yeah,
That's something you definitely have
yeah,
to put into that contract.
yeah. You gotta have player what do you call them, options. You gotta have
Yep.
options for the last couple of
Sure.
years, I think.
Yeah.
So people have ways to get out if things don't work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it doesn't have to be as bad as a divorce. It's just, it's just a
It's
business.
up,
It's
man.
just
Yeah, we're up.
we're up.
Yeah, yeah. You good. I'm good. All right, let's
It's
do
not a
this.
divorce. It's
Yeah.
just I'm just a free agent now. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. I can look when we come in town,
Of course.
we're cool. We're cool,
I can
right?
sign a 10-day when I'm in
You
town.
you can even yeah, exactly. Sign a 10 day. If I'm a free agent, if I'm in the G League,
Sign a ten
sign a
day
10 day, come up,
and then head
have some
home.
fun, head on back home, see if I can sign on full time with another team. Yeah. Oh, jeez, oh Pete.
Okay, I
I
love
think you
this.
might be on to might be on to something here.
I love this.
When we start our own country,
Yeah.
that's the league.
All right.
We'll figure this out. I signed a forever contract. They talk about the forever. Like Votto had a forever contract. They said, and Pujols and all these guys signed that at the end of the year, like 20 year or 10 year, 250 million. Like,
Hmm.
I'm good. I got it would be harder for me to get picked up by another team at this point in time. I'm re-signing for sure. I'm taking whatever they're offering. Whatever she's offering, I'm taking. I'm sticking with the team I'm
You're
with.
going. You'll
I'll give them a hometown discount.
veteran minimum.
Veteran minimum, hometown discount. I'm staying. I just, I like big home court advantage. I know everything about the home court. You know what
You
I'm
know everything
saying?
about the organization.
Yes, I
Yeah,
know the
yeah.
organization. About we've got 3 titles up there.
That's right. Three
Uh,
times. 100%.
3 titles together. We're just trying to make it through now. You know what I mean? I'll stick it out. I go in the front office later on. I'll do whatever I gotta do. Assistant to the GM, whatever,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever I gotta do to stay on the team, man.
Yeah.
Whatever I gotta do to stay with the team.
Yep.
Good to go.
It's a good call. Good
Good to
call.
go. At least that's what I say until the contract's up.
You know,
And then I go sign. Then
it,
I go sign a minor league deal in Toronto.
like I said, like I said, it's a business. We could all get released at any point.
Oh, geez. Speaking of that, did you see Dennis Schroeder? Dennis Schroeder starting all this talk about free agent during free agency.
I don't know.
So he played for five different teams. He's played for five different teams this year.
Yeah.
I think he was on three different teams in the span of 48 hours.
Yep.
Um,
Sure was.
and I get it. That sucks. It sucks. It
Yep.
does. But he's talking about like, being treated like slaves and they own you and all
Oh yeah,
this.
I saw
Here's the
something
thing
about
though,
that.
bud, slaves don't get paid, never got paid the type of money you're getting paid. Like slaves didn't make any money, actually. They got no pay. They got nothing for
Yeah.
for their slave labor.
Yeah.
So yeah, you definitely are laboring and there are but it's part of the contract, it's part of the league. I'm not a fan of people that say, "Oh, well, you're in the NBA, having fans scream obscenities at you, that's just what that's part of the game.
Right.
That's not something you sign up for. That's
Right.
not. However, possibility of trades and things like that is something that's part of the league that
Yeah.
you have no control of.
Yeah.
Like that.
You have a union that you play for, and
Yeah.
there's a collective bargaining agreement, and they have to. Everybody's not going to love everything about it, but it's
Right. Right.
you're
Anyway, I just
yeah
remember that. Yeah.
yeah
Not a big fan.
yeah that was bad. Yeah, bad call on his part.
Yeah.
But
But everybody was on his side. You know how that goes.
yeah,
Say the right thing.
whatever. Yeah. Okay. All right. That was one of my favorite things we've ever done on this podcast. And so
Marital
let's
contracts.
yeah. I mean, I love that. But oh, you mentioned your father-in-law. I'll tell you what. I watched the Super Bowl at your parents' house.
Yes.
You were kind enough to invite me over there, and I mean they have a party pretty much every year. This was the biggest one I've seen in a long time. I feel like there were a
It was
lot of people there.
since the Super Bowl and the year after the Super Bowl or the year before. I think it was the year after the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl year and the year after the Super Bowl were crazy. Cousin Eric was in town for both, and like things were. It was right
Oh,
after
the
Paul died.
the Bengals Super Bowl. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, I
sorry,
got you,
Bengals
got
Super Bowl. There was a ton. So
you. Yeah,
yeah. So anyway,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Anyway, but you mentioned your father-in-law. That was one of my favorite things. I haven't seen him in a long time, and he's always good, nice fella, and I got to talk to him a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And there were a bunch of people there. um, Friends of yours that I've met kind of recently.
Sure.
So I recognized them, and we had aunts and uncles there, and
Yep.
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and so it was a great time.
It was. It
Great
was a lot of
time.
fun. A lot of fun.
Everybody was happy because the Eagles put a whooping
A
on the
whooping.
on the Chiefs, and so I think everybody was pretty good with that. What was your big takeaway
My
from that
big
game?
takeaway is I don't remember a lot of the Super Bowl. And it wasn't
100%
from
same for me.
drinking or anything. It was just I feel like I feel like I might talk a little too much during the Super Bowl.
You were in your element.
I
You
don't
you
pay
you're the
attention very
life
well.
of the party.
I don't I feel like I really wish I could have watched more of the Super Bowl. I feel like I'm more running around, not even running around, just talk too much. I talk too much.
Let me make you hopefully feel better
I
about
talk too
that.
much.
I hardly talked while I was there.
You didn't need to.
And I was in mostly one spot the whole time, and
Yep.
I feel like I didn't, just because there was so much other stuff going on, so many people and stuff. It wasn't quite the same as like if you're watching it by yourself at home.
Sure.
There's just a lot of
Definitely
distractions,
not.
and for a guy like me, I'm very easily distracted by
Yeah.
anything. So yeah, there was a lot of it that I didn't notice or whatever.
So
I keep hearing new stuff all the time, like
yeah,
stuff that happened during the halftime show and stuff. Like there was a protester or something. I
I didn't
totally
see
missed
that.
that.
I didn't see that.
Who knows?
I didn't know Serena Williams was on there
I
doing
had
the
no
crip walk.
idea.
I had no
Yeah.
idea. We were in the wrong room for the halftime show. That TV did not get loud enough. I need loud. I need to be able to hear it. Everybody starts to talk, and
Mm.
the halftime show is my favorite part. And I needed to see and yeah, and I didn't know the song, so I really needed to hear them to know how the performance seemed okay. But
Mhm.
anyway,
I
uh,
was going to ask you about that. What you saw?
it wasn't my favorite
Yeah.
by far. It was definitely down towards the bottom of the list, but it's mostly because I know one Kendrick Lamar song.
Yeah.
Sit down. Be humble.
Yeah.
That's the only
That
song
one
I
and
know.
that new one
I
that's
don't even know
big
that.
about the Drake thing.
The
Yeah.
Drake thing. I don't even know
That's
that. It's A
yeah,
minor.
yeah, yeah. That's everybody's favorite part.
Yeah.
Those are the only two that I was familiar with at all. I don't know Kendrick Lamar besides that, but
Yeah.
um
Didn't he have
yeah.
like a quick little bit on when Snoop and M and Dre and all them were on there?
He might have.
Didn't he pop out for like 20 seconds on a little song and everybody was like,
Maybe. I
how did
think
why did they jump off to this? I remember that was
yeah.
like the part like the M and Dre and all that. That was pretty good. And then like they jump off to and I'm like, what?
I think he
I
did a
don't know what
song
this
or two
is.
with Eminem.
Did he?
I think.
Okay.
Maybe not on that show, but I just mean
Right.
like
Yeah.
that's probably why
And he
he
wasn't
said
even
that.
on stage with M and Dre and
Oh,
50 and all the and Snoop. He
I don't even
was
remember.
separate. I remember. Yeah, I just remember. But anyway, yeah, not one of the best, but a lot of it's just because I don't know it. Right? I didn't know
Yeah.
anything. I still say they're in New Orleans. It should have been Wheezy.
Mm.
Lil Wayne should have been there. And
I
then
heard a bunch of people say that.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then I think that's a big part. If you've got somebody that's got a ton of hits that a ton of people know a ton of songs from them.
Yeah.
Like they've had many multiple number ones and in top five, top
Well,
10.
I think Kendrick Lamar has. I just don't know him.
Really?
I
I feel
think
like I
so.
would know him still.
Yeah.
The dude won a Pulitzer Prize. If we talked about this last week.
I think.
The name of what's the name of the song?
Oh, I don't know.
He ain't me or something like that, or I don't know.
Uh,
But the dude won a Pulitzer Prize for writing, and it's
was it for that song?
no, it wasn't for that song. But
Oh.
either way, it's like it's
Oh,
not
they
even
not
proper
like us,
English. They
right?
not like us. Yeah,
They not like us.
like
Yeah.
that's
I
not.
don't know what you. That sounds perfect to me. I don't know
You
what you think
forgot
it should
the
be.
apostrophe re, but that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. They aren't like us.
Not the EIR. It's not EIR. It's not ERE.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
um,
But I don't know. Yeah, I
I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
I don't remember. I don't even think I remember seeing one time them show
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift.
Apparently, it was only like she was only shown during the game 3 times.
Is that right? I don't
Yeah,
even
the over
remember that
under
at
was
all.
5.5. That was
Sure.
something you could bet on.
I might have gone over on
Yeah.
that.
Did you hear she got booed real bad at the game? They
Mm,
showed her on the big screen. There's like a video, like they show her on the big screen, and the whole place started booing.
wow.
And like she's like confused, like what is
Because
going
everybody hates the Chiefs. I feel like that's
that
got to be the
that
only
was
reason.
it. There's
Was that
just
it?
loud Eagles fans is all
Yeah.
it was. So anyway, that was fun. And then of course, the Donald had to come out and say the person who had it worst was Taylor Swift after she got booed. Like, come
Oh,
on,
I didn't
man.
hear that either.
Yeah, he's on the social truth. Is it Truth Social? Is that what he does his tweets
Oh,
on
he's
now?
got something. Yeah,
He's got
I
his
don't
own tweet
remember.
box. Even though his best friend owns the tweeter now, he's got to have his own tweet box.
Yeah.
But no, I'll tell you my favorite part of the Super Bowl. I
Okay.
figured it out while you were sitting there talking.
All right.
My favorite part of the Super Bowl was my new little best friend, Lil G, Lil Gabe.
Oh,
My
yeah.
man was my man was fun. I know that I could feel the like a little bit of tension in there. Like, my man was he wasn't being wild
He
at
was
all. He was
getting
just he
jittery.
was doing his thing. And I could feel it coming from Joe. I could feel it coming from you.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, we can take this is a piece of cake. We can get this dude going. Have fun, bro. It's like, you're good. And
Yeah.
and I got to spend some good quality time with him. And I did my best to keep him occupied for a while to make everybody feel a little better. I hope it helped ease a little bit. I
Yep.
don't know if it did, but
It was
I don't know if it did. I don't know if it made it worse. I might have made it worse, to be honest. I don't know.
it was very impressive when you got him in there, and I think you said, "Hey, number 11 for the Eagles right there. If he catches the ball,
I'm gonna
I
give
give you $1 or something like that."
yeah, it was AJ Brown.
You ended up giving him like 25 bucks that night.
I
Just
gave
to
him the $1. It happened once. It
I
happened
feel like
once.
you gave him 5 for something else.
I
I
don't,
don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know,
yes,
but he
that was
lost
really
the dollar. I told him the secret way to put it in your hat, and then he lost it anyway. Come on, man.
yeah.
Stop taking the hat off so much and flicking it around. Just leave your hat on, son. You'll
He's
lose your money.
he's a jittery old fella.
He's a
I love
good
him.
kid. He's a
I
great
love him.
kid.
Yep.
You don't, you let him at big parties like that. You just let the kid be a kid, man. Let him be a kid. It's
He
all
was
good.
yeah. Yeah.
He's not being bad or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. He I mean, the best part was how hard you got him laughing when you introduced him to Slime Belly Guttersnipe at the end of the night. That
Absolutely
was,
loved it.
oh, that's
I don't know if
perfect.
that was slap happy because he was tired or what, but my
I think he
man was
genuinely,
dying
yeah,
laughing at that.
he's really good.
Slippery dog. He liked the slippery dog too. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
So my brother is always very silly. He's
Yes.
either yelling at him or he's very silly with him.
That's me with all my kids,
Yeah,
either being a ding
that's
dong
a
or
dad.
screaming.
If you're a dad, you gotta be that way. But anyway, so Joe always like just makes silly stuff up off the top of his mind, calls him a name that he's never heard of, or like just like, hey
Yeah.
Gerald Williams or something like that.
Yeah.
When he walks in the room, it just doesn't make any sense. And Gabriel has gotten really good at 7 years old going with it and like
Oh, I
going
love
with the
that.
joke and making another joke on top of it,
Oh,
and
that's so
he's getting
awesome.
good at that.
He could come on the podcast and talk about and talk
Yeah, he
about
could have
getting
he
engaged.
could have riffed with us on that. Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So that's always really fun. Yeah. Uh, but anyway, yes, the Super Bowl was I didn't really care that much about it, so I was kind of glad that it was a blowout because by the end of the third quarter, I'm like, all right, I think I'm gonna go,
Yep.
and
It
call it a
definitely, yeah,
night and all that.
it definitely emptied out for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. It emptied out
But
as
that
it
was
kind of
good.
went.
I mean,
It
some
was
people had to
perfect.
go to work and stuff like
Yep. It
that.
was
So
perfect.
yeah. But yeah, so that was good, and most people wanted to see the Eagles win, so that was cool. I am sorry. I do feel sorry for the people that felt like the whole thing was scripted and the referees were gonna do the Chiefs a favor and
Yeah, they were gonna give
um
it to the Chiefs, and then like the very first drive, there's a phantom offensive pass interference
yeah,
call on the Eagles, and everybody's like, "Here
here
we
we go.
go, here we go," and then they end up scoring, and it's like, oh boy, yeah. But then the people that said it's all scripted, the Chiefs are gonna win, it's all scripted. Then they're like, well, it's still scripted. They couldn't let the Chiefs win three in a row.
Right, right, right. Yeah.
That's I've had this conversation a few times, and we might have done this last week. I can't stand those people.
I know. Oh,
The
yeah,
scripted stuff, like
they're
go play. You've never played play a sport at any level, and then you get to that level, and you think that get out of town.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
There's no chance.
They slow it down into slow mo, and it's still like, how did they do that?
Hmm.
But it's scripted for Saquon Barkley to do half a spin, jump up in the air backwards, land, keep going, and not get out of here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, congratulations to the Eagles. Uh,
If it's scripted, they could do a much better job.
yeah, yeah, they could. But yes, so good for the Eagles. Your mom and dad, there nobody throws a party as well as them. They're such amazing hosts. Anytime I've ever been to your parents' house, your dad makes like 10 different dishes and he's like, I mean, he's so good. His stuff's always tastes good. He's a very good cook. Um, and they're just, everything you could ever need is there.
Yes, absolutely.
Um,
Yep.
anyway,
They do an
great time.
amazing job. Shout out to mom and dad. The ribs, the wings,
Oh God.
unbelievable. And everybody else brings little sides, and there's plenty of other little good stuff out there. It's all really good.
Oh
It
my
was it
gosh.
was a great time had by all.
Great time had by all.
I love doing the Super Bowl squares and all that, like
Mhm.
getting everybody to sign up, and I love doing all that stuff, and,
Yeah.
and just getting to tell talk to, hey, we got
On a
five.
small level like that. On a
Yeah,
much
not
bigger level.
yeah. Currently, my our baseball organization's Venmo is locked because of suspicious activity because I'm trying to pay $13,000 out in the span of 24 hours. Yeah, so that didn't work,
Yeah.
but oh,
Oh well.
shaky. Yeah. So anyway, don't worry if you're listening to this, you'll get your money someday. I promise.
Yeah.
I know who's been paid and who hasn't.
Yeah. You could pay everybody if the money thing doesn't work out in fruit, I feel like.
Could. In fact, if I were to pay it in fruit, I don't think I would go green.
No. No. Green is for vegetables, I feel
I
like.
agree.
And it's just
Outside of the granny, I
you're
don't.
right.
Yeah, every green is vegetable. So
Yeah.
yeah, paying red fruit. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Yeah. Red is always going to be the best fruit, best color fruit. Um, as a matter of fact, if you could pick I don't know, say the top like four uh favorite fruits that are red, what would you say they would be?
And we did dwindle this down to red on the outside, correct?
I couldn't remember if we did
I
that or not.
don't know if we
I
did or not
I
either.
did red on the outside, but you
Okay.
got a lot of stuff that's red on the inside and
Oh,
not on the
yeah.
outside.
Um, so we all know I cannot stand, I hate berries.
Okay.
I just don't like berries.
Yeah.
So raspberry, cranberry, strawberry,
Barry Larkin.
no good. Yeah, Berry Larkin is the only berry that I've ever loved.
That you like. Yeah, me too.
Um, so all those are out. And once you start taking stuff like that out, there's not a lot of stuff to go through, right? You don't have a lot. So uh, I'm gonna go with red grapes are absolutely at the top of my list. I love the red grapes. I like green grapes too.
Mhm.
Not partial to either, but I definitely like the red grapes. Seedless,
Of course.
seedless. Um, apples will be on my list. I like a good red juicy apple. I don't know if it's a I don't know the types. I don't know the types of apples. Um, I I I I just I just like apples. Apples are okay. They're probably my, one of the four fruits that I might actually eat.
Mhm.
Maybe. I don't need a lot of fruit.
Can I ask you this?
Hmm.
Um, apples, just an apple, that's what you're talking about.
Hmm.
Are apple flavored things different for you?
Yeah, I like apples more than apple flavored. However, I don't like bananas at all, but I
Mhm.
love banana flavored candy.
Okay.
So like it's a little
I
different that
understand that.
way. Grape, however, grape is the greatest of all things.
Mm.
Whether it's a fruit, whether it's the actual grape or it's the flavor grape, I love
Mhm.
that. Um, cherry would kind of be the same way. However, I don't like cherries.
Mhm.
Uh, what I like, which is the number one on my list, and I don't know if this counts or not, it's a fruit, but I only like them because they're soaked in like sugary stuff. The maraschino
Oh,
cherry. It's a specific cherry. I like
okay.
I like the cherry on top of a that you get on a sundae or something. Like I don't want a cherry with a pit in it or whatever. That's disgusting.
Right.
I want a maraschino, however you say it. I
Mhm.
want one of those cherries.
Okay.
That's what I want.
I got you.
So that's three.
Mhm. Grapes, apples, maraschino cherries.
But I looked through this stuff for a while. I'll say this. I've never had pomegranate, the actual fruit. I like pomegranate flavoring is not bad.
Okay.
I'm not putting it on there because I've never had it. So I am putting on mine. I actually really do like tomatoes.
Okay.
So tomato is going to be on my red fruit list.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's so far off of mine. Um, I think I don't like
I like
tomatoes at all.
tomatoes. I like tomatoes.
Sure, a lot of people do.
I'll eat
Fair
a
enough for you.
sliced tomato. I eat a slice of tomato. I don't mind that. The little cherry tomatoes. I eat those all day.
Okay.
Good with those.
All right.
Once again, cherry, right?
Cherry tomatoes. Yeah.
Cherry tomatoes.
uh, okay. Red grapes, red seedless grapes are at the top of mine.
Hmm.
Okay. Same as you. I like the green ones too. I like the red ones a little bit better. I feel like they're a little sweeter.
Yeah.
Um, and that, yeah.
Yeah.
So when I get grapes, I get them. Matter of fact, I just finished the bag.
Wow. Good
So
job.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
No, I
finishing a
haven't.
bag. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
Now
yeah. Go ahead.
finishing a
This
bag.
is gonna be a good question, by the way.
Does that mean that you ate all the grapes, or does that mean they just got to the point to where I ate all the grapes that were still good, and there's about 30 disgusting ones in there left?
You asked me that because you know exactly how I am and exactly that's what I
That's
would
how
do.
I am.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
grapes are like I ain't eating a nasty grape. I don't want the skin to be soggy at all.
No,
I better be able to bite into it with a not hard exterior, but firm.
absolutely,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
The
Don't give
very
me a
first little
bruised.
sign,
Don't give me a
it's out.
bruise. Nothing. Same with apples.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
Don't even cut out the bruise. Like, don't do that.
No,
That goes directly in. As soon as it's got a little soft spot, that's garbage now.
right.
That's rotten fruit.
Hmm.
I don't want rotten fruit. Again, I don't eat raisins. I don't eat rotten grapes. I don't eat dried up rotten grapes.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Are raisins red or are they brown?
They're brown, I feel like.
So too.
All
So
right.
gross.
Next week is brown fruit.
So gross. That's like, you know what a raisin reminds me of?
Uh,
Raisin reminds me of the
turd.
inside of Fig Newtons.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
The I feel like the consistency of a raisin is a lot like the consistency of the inside of a Fig
I
Newton.
totally get that. I think you're right.
Also disgusting.
Yeah.
Also disgusting.
Yeah.
Grandma and grandpa always had Fig Newtons, not ours, my dad's side.
Okay.
They always had Fig Newtons. And I'm like, these are so gross. Thank God they always had Nutty Buddies too.
Yeah.
The Nutty Buddy
Oh.
cookie. That was way better. And then in milk, that's good to go, bro. Good to go. Yeah, so gross.
Yeah.
Anyway, raisins. Oh, when you take a bite and you think you've got a chocolate chip cookie and it's a raisin inside,
I don't even take a chance.
I feel like I'm about to throw up when I get that texture.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I don't even take a chance.
so gross.
If I'm somewhere and there's any possibility that they're not chocolate chips, I'm asking before I do it, before I try. I'm like, if it's, and I don't dislike raisins really. I don't like buy them or anything, um, but I throw them away when they're done being grapes.
Exactly.
But
You don't wait for that bruised grape to turn into a raisin, do you? You don't sit it out in the sun and wait for it to dry out
I
to
don't.
nothing. The only thing that should be eating that is a bird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could have fed the birds. Um. Okay. Yes, it always blew my mind when I was at somebody's house, like growing up, and it was like, "Do you guys want some cookies?" Yeah. Here's Fig Newtons.
That's not a
Not
cookie.
cookies. These are not cookies.
It's figs. Why
Yeah.
am I eating
There are
figs?
people that feel like Fig Newtons are cookies. Um.
So gross. Also, oatmeal cookies,
No.
oatmeal raisin cookies are not cookies.
No. They're yeah. I
If
don't.
you're making a cookie out of oatmeal and raisin, what are like? Who is your demographic?
Yeah.
Who are you making these cookies for?
Anybody over 78.
What? Who are you making these cookies? If you and usually if you see an oatmeal cookie and it looks like it might have a chocolate chip in it, there ain't no chance. I guarantee that's a raisin. Why do raisins have to go in oatmeal cookies?
Yeah, you never see oatmeal chocolate chip cookies.
No, it's always oatmeal raisin. Gross and gross.
You have an opportunity if you're making oatmeal cookies to save it a little bit.
I would eat it with chocolate chips in
Would
it.
you?
I'd eat it. I'd eat it. I would.
And nobody ever does it. Nobody does it. Also, nobody makes regular cookies with raisins. It's always oatmeal
Yes,
raisin, right?
oatmeal raisin. I've never had a Nestle Toll House raisin cookie.
Raisin cookie.
Nobody does that.
Why not?
No, but why do you got to put raisins in the
Oh, I know.
doesn't make any sense.
I know. Thank you.
Hey, I'm
Glad we're on
making
the
a
same
sugar
page.
cookie. Did you think about putting raisins in it? No, that's disgusting. But I got this batch of oatmeal over here. I'll put some raisins in that. Nobody's gonna eat this.
I would rather eat plain oatmeal by itself than an oatmeal cookie.
I would eat an oatmeal cookie. I'd eat a straight oatmeal cookie.
Mhm.
The problem is nobody makes them like that. They
No.
always have a raisin in it.
Yeah.
And I don't like oatmeal cookies, but
Right.
I would eat it before I eat regular oatmeal.
Okay.
Unless I'm dumping sugar in that oatmeal, which is basically just the batter for an oatmeal cookie, right?
So once in a while, I'll eat oatmeal and I just get the raw, just the oats, and I put them in some water until they get soft enough, and I just eat flat out plain.
Water? Not even milk?
No.
Oh my God. That's like making hot chocolate with water. Oh,
Oh yeah, I've only made hot chocolate with water.
what? You've never lived.
I've probably had it with milk before, but
What? What?
on
What?
my own, I'm making hot
So
chocolate
you
with
use
water.
so like the Swiss Miss packets
Mhm.
dumped in water.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's with you?
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe it's the heating up of milk that I don't I don't like
Drink it
or
right
something.
away, bro. You're good. Drink just get it down the hatch.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's chocolate milk. It's just warm chocolate milk.
Yeah, I don't know. Warm milk at all is just something that I can't wrap my head around.
I feel like
But
the warm milk is weird. I feel like Luke temperature milk is disgusting.
Sure.
Warm or hot milk, chocolate with specifically with
That brings
chocolate.
it back around to the good
Yeah,
side.
like I'm killing some stuff. But if I let my regular
Mm.
milk get to room temperature, it's curdling. However, if I
Oh.
get it really, really hot, then I jump right straight past it, right? It didn't get a chance to do that. Now it's just good old fashioned hot
So
chocolate.
you make chocolate milk, you let it sit room temperature for, I don't know, 6, 7 weeks or whatever. You got chocolate cottage cheese?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've never seen chocolate cottage cheese. I might give that a
Hold on a
shot.
second. Did we just stumble onto something?
I
Little
mean,
Nestle quick. Little Nestle quick. Open up a brand new thing. But we eat cottage cheese in this house like it's going out of style. My kids love it. I'll eat it like a little bit of pepper and put it on this is
mhm,
silly, put it on a
pepper is nice.
tomato.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll eat it that way. But open up a brand new one, a little bit of Nestle quick powder,
Stir that thing up.
stir that bad boy
Try
up.
it and tell me how it goes, please.
I'm in, dude.
You
I'm
got it.
in for
Please try that.
this. Large curd or small curd on your
Oh gosh.
I feel like small curd makes me feel like I need large curd. I need it to
Oh,
feel like it's
really?
actually cheese, not I want
Oh,
it to feel more like diced up cheese
yeah.
than slightly curdled milk.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I get that. I get that. Yeah. Uh,
Sorry, continue.
red seedless
Continue.
grapes.
Red seedless grapes.
Also going with the apple. Um, one of the few things that I don't mind eating. By the way, the invention of the apple slicer, incredible. You ever
Yeah.
use an apple
Where it like
slicer?
takes the core out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slices it up into
Yeah.
it's like the
Yep.
grid or whatever, and
Yeah.
you put
Put it down.
um
Gets the core out, gives you all your good stuff. You don't
mhm.
got to worry about do you twist the little top off or of
Yes.
the stem
Yes.
off? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Twist
Got
it
to twist
off,
the
wash
stem.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's my problem. I should probably start washing the apples.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
eat them.
Yeah. Those are those are from the tree, and people touch them with their hands and they come through and everybody touches them, and
Mm,
you know.
yeah. You know what though? I don't get sick, so
Yeah, that's true. Uh Red Delicious is the name of the apple that I get every time. Red Delicious.
it's
It's called.
delicious.
It's okay. Yes.
But for a red fruit, it's up there.
It's delicious. You're right.
Yes.
You're right. Now, after you gave your analysis of what's on yours and what's not on yours, I feel like you're not going to be happy with me on this. My last two are strawberries and cherries. Now, have I tried strawberries? Yeah. Do I like strawberries? Nah. Have I tried cherries? I don't remember.
The
But do
maraschino
I like them?
cherry taste
No.
the maraschino cherry tastes like what they make cherry flavoring
Okay.
out of.
And that's where I'm going.
They're delicious.
Strawberry and cherry flavoring is almost always the best
Yeah.
two flavors
Well, great.
of anything. Grapes are way up there. Grapes way up
Yeah.
there, absolutely. But those are two of the you get Starburst or something like that.
Oh
I,
yes.
I mean, those are going to be
Pink
your
pink starburst. There's nothing better than a pink starburst.
pink and red are top easily for me.
I
I
don't
don't
know why
even.
they make like it should they you should be able to just get pink starburst.
Yeah, yeah. You should
It's all I want is
you
pink
should
starburst.
get a pack of Starburst, take the red and the pink out, and dump the yellow and what
Orange.
or yellow and orange, not
Orange
into the
is
garbage, into the toilet.
orange is so gross.
I actually don't mind the orange that much,
I
but
don't like
it's
the
not even
orange.
close to the pink or the red.
And the reds, like you're putting pink and red on the same level.
I
And
am.
I'm a little, I mean, that's, listen, I'm not saying red is definitely second best.
Yeah.
They are not on the same level. Like
No?
pink is, it's all by itself on Starburst Island,
Yeah.
all by itself. There's two levels before you get the red. Now there's two more levels before you get the red and orange, or before you get the yellow and orange. But pink is all
Okay.
by itself.
Pink is first and second, red is third.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I got
Yes.
you. I got
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. I think it's 1 and 1A for me, but we both have them, top in the top
Mm-hmm.
section of the bracket. Um, okay.
At the strawberry though, I love strawberry flavoring. The strawberry itself,
Mhm.
it's the little black things on them.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want those little
I hate that
seeds
texture.
or whatever they are.
I
Yeah.
hate that.
I know.
hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it so
I
much.
don't. Here's what I can do. I can get I can get strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, blueberries. I don't like any of those individually.
No.
I can throw them in a blender and make a pretty good smoothie.
Okay, I'm sure you can. Never tried it because I don't like any of them. So
Yeah. You get
I'm
your
not
antioxidants
buying.
and all that stuff, but it's much better than any one of those
But what
individual.
if my
You can
body
also
needs
add.
oxidants?
Um, then don't eat. Don't make the smoothie. Don't make the
I
smoothie.
just saw that
Let
today.
those oxidants grow.
Sheldon said that on an episode of on an episode of Big Bang Theory. Just watched it today. But what if my body needs the oxidants?
Hey, he would know better than I would.
Yeah,
He's,
he
smart
is an
fella.
actor.
He is an actor. You know. Yes.
I play a physicist on TV.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm putting strawberry and cherry on there, but just because of the flavoring of them. That's that's the only that's the only thing. So I can eat two of the ones on my Mount Rushmore, and I can eat the flavors of the other two on my Mount Rushmore.
Okay. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Hmm.
Do you think
Hey, can I ask you a question?
yeah,
Sorry,
please.
go ahead.
No,
Do
no,
I
no.
think what?
I
I
would
just got a
let you.
text from my sister,
I
and I want to know. I want to know something, but I want to know what you had to say first.
I need you to
Okay.
address this first.
Tell me if you think this is aggressive.
Okay.
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 Tell me if this sounds aggressive. Been having some issues. We've talked about the issues that I've had with the Jaeger Super Bowl squares.
Yeah.
My sister has a son in the organization. I sent an email to everybody because I'm having trouble paying them out.
Yeah.
She took a screenshot of what I said and then says to me, that LOL was really aggressive. Okay. Listen, tell me how aggressive this sounds.
Okay.
I usually feel like I do a pretty good job of making this not of making these things sound not so bad.
Okay.
Now I was really frustrated when I sent this email,
Okay.
but I'm usually really good at wording emails.
Sure.
I did also have kids going to bed at the time, so there was a lot going on. Hi, unfortunately, I have only been able to pay out about half of the winner so far. Our account has been put on pause due to the amounts I was paying out. I'm really sorry for the delay and we'll be getting this all figured out tomorrow, hopefully. I know a lot of you have emailed me asking about payment. I'm sending this out in response to all the emails so I can keep those that I have not paid as unread so I can find them quickly. Again, I am really sorry for the delay. Trust me, I want to get these paid out and done as much as you guys want the money. LOL. I said LOL at the end.
Said LOL. That's I feel like that really puts a mood on the
I'm not irritated with the people sending. I get where she's coming from. Like, I probably
I,
sounds like I'm irritated with people sending me emails. That's not it. I'm
right.
not irritated with that. I'm irritated with Venmo.
Yeah. That's
Oh
exactly what I was thinking.
man, I need to read now. I feel like I need to send another email out. I'm really not upset with anybody that's been
Yeah.
emailing me. I promise. I'm irritated with Venmo.
Yeah. I don't think I can see how maybe it could be interpreted that way, but I think also what you put isn't I don't think anybody should be like, "Oh, geez, sorry for email." I don't think anybody should feel like
Okay,
you
yeah.
were mad at anybody.
I don't feel like I wasn't being aggressive. If I read it in an irritated mode, would it sound like it depends on how you read it, right?
Maybe. Well, that's the
Uh,
thing.
I
That's
just read it the way that I meant to say
right.
it. But what if it's like this? Hi. Unfortunately, I have only been able to pay out about half of the winners so far. Our account has been put on pause due to the amounts I was paying out.
Mhm.
I'm really sorry for the delay and we'll be getting this all figured out tomorrow, hopefully. I know a lot of you have emailed me asking about payment. I'm sending this out in response to all the emails so I can keep those that I have not paid as unread so I can find them quickly. Again, I'm really sorry for the delay. Trust me, I want to get these paid out and done as much as you want the money. So I can say it like that, and it sounds like
You're
I'm
kind of a
being pretty
jerk.
aggressive.
You are kind of a jerk.
Man, isn't it crazy how you can read something two different ways and it sounds totally different?
I'm telling you, that's how stuff in texts and emails
It is,
get
dude.
misconstrued all the time
Mhm.
because it depends on the receiver and how they're what's going on in their life when they read it and
I'm
how they're
so worried about that most of the time. So that was actually like email. I usually have Aaron read the emails before I send them too. I just like typed it out, sent it. I
Mhm.
usually like read over it, retype it. Like I want it to be as, hey, no big deal, all playful, happy
Sure.
go lucky. Like I try to do that as much as I can. And yeah, yeah, I can see how that might have came off bad, but
That's
I
okay.
wasn't trying to be.
No, I think you're fine.
I hope all 450 parents that are in our organization listen to this podcast and know that I'm not trying to
Is
be
there
a
any
dick.
people on the?
358, I think. Yeah.
Woo,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So I sent that out to 400 people who probably think I'm a complete and total asshole.
I don't
I
think
sent
so.
so many emails out. They have to know that I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, everybody knows who you are.
I'm irritated, damn it.
I get it. I totally get it. I'll tell you. So what I was gonna say was, and the reason why I had to have you go first was I was gonna say, do you think Aaron Weber likes red fruit? You
No.
don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's he seems like you can tell he's a Nate Bargatze guy. You
Oh,
know, he's
100%.
big influenced by him, I
Um,
think. And he's kind of like that too, and I think that's why you're right.
yeah.
Because neither one of those guys seem like they're gonna eat
I
fruit.
feel like you could take Derek Stroop and Nate Bargatze, put them together, and this is the guy you get.
Oh, that's a pretty good call.
I feel like if you take those two deliveries and mash them up, it's the way this guy delivers every joke is a combination of those two guys.
Interesting.
And we've never done Derek Stroop, and I tell you,
Yeah.
if he ever comes out with a full special, and he may, but I don't think he does. Like if he ever comes out with something at least like this, that's 30 minutes long. I feel like we would love it because I think that guy's hilarious. But I feel like him and Bargatze, and they're all Nate guys. So has been on tour with Nate too, and but he's got his own kind of delivery,
Hmm.
and so does Nate.
Yeah.
And this guy's got a little mixture of
A little of
both,
both.
for sure, for
That's
sure.
a good observation.
Yeah, a lot of Nate though,
Yeah,
a lot of Nate,
for sure.
a lot of Nate.
Yep.
Not a bad thing.
No,
Not a bad thing.
no,
Not
God.
saying like he's copying Nate and it's terrible. Like it's just is what it is. He's just got it.
Hmm. Yep. I'm sure they spent a lot of time together. You're gonna take on some of the same characteristics of people you're around all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely a Nate guy.
I cannot read any of my notes. Legit. I wrote notes down on this. I cannot read any of them.
I wrote down two. It's one says urgent care. His stuff on urgent
Yes.
care was
That
was
was,
pretty good.
that was really good.
And the
Yeah.
other one I wrote down was birthday. And now I can't remember what that was
That's
about.
what I'm thinking. Like I have gotta gotta get it navel. I don't know what that is. My wall is bleeding. That was good with the plumber.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
was really good. The plumber thing was really good. He said, "What's going on?" He said, "My wall is bleeding.
yeah.
Leaking didn't even come into my." He said, then he cleaned it all up. By the time the guy got there, he said, "We'll come in and cut your drywall out." And he got really mad at him because he thought he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
making fun of him. I don't know what kind of wall it is. He said, "You could just patch that up real quick, right?" Well, I just have different types of wall sitting in my house. That was really good. Uh,
I
uh,
mean, who doesn't know what drywall is? Come
hand jarred artisan wolf urine.
on. Yeah.
That was pretty good. Talking about that whole thing with with getting the what were they raccoons out of his shed. Um, Tums, our customers, uh, something to eat. Daggone it! What a bummer. Oh
Now, I have a
man.
question for you.
Yeah.
Why did you write those notes left-handed?
I this is bad. Tell me if you can read any of that. Just
Well,
you
first of
don't
all,
have your
all I have
eyes in.
is
Yeah, you don't have your eyes.
uh,
That's
shop. I think I see shop. Is
that's
that
that's the
or
notes I take. That's terrible.
let's see. Gotta. Oh, you might have said that one. Got a something. um, about a jiff ago.
Yeah,
What
about
was
a
that?
jiff ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, about a jiff.
it
He's,
was a mess.
I'll get it in a jiff. And it was,
Yeah.
yeah, well, you had it about a jiff ago. That was part of the wall. The plumber said that. Yeah, I'll be there in a jiff.
There you go.
It's
I see
like 2 days later, or it was a day later, or something. He said, I'll be there in a jiff. We have a
Yeah.
different
What is a
ideas of what a
jiff?
jiff is.
Yeah. That's right. That was good.
And then he said, well, I don't know what's going on. There ain't no water. He's like, well, it was a jiff ago. That was good.
Something about Tums. I remember Tums.
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, talking about the people that make Tums and they're delicious and they're made for fat people or something like that because they taste so good. They didn't have to make them to where you chew them up and eat them. They didn't have to make them taste delicious. Could have just been a pill. That was
yeah.
good.
Oh my God.
November gas station customer. Oh, he walked in to buy beer. She asked for his ID, and his birthday's in November. He's like, "Oh my gosh, my daughter's birthday's in November. Not the same year, but it's in November." He's like, "Good, good. So glad you told me that. It was a
So
good
you're telling me nothing?
telling me nothing yet. So good." All right. So I'll put it this way. I wrote a lot of stuff down. It was a half hour.
Yeah.
I'm taking points off because it's a half hour.
Oh, okay.
If you're doing,
I kind of liked it more
no,
because
no,
it
no.
was.
I love that it was a half hour, but I feel like we do everything on an hour.
Mhm.
I feel like all the hour specials we watch, if they did a half hour, they'd get graded way higher.
Yeah.
So I got to put it on a curve
Okay.
because he's not filling in that extra half hour everybody else is doing with where they got to throw jokes in, right? So some of their good stuff may not be, they could have left some of their okay stuff out
Mhm.
and just went banger for banger for banger, right?
I get it.
So
You're
I'm
not wrong
grading
about
this
that.
on a
Yeah.
curve
Okay.
as I do this.
Okay.
Again, I really thought this was good.
Okay.
I thought it was really good. He made me laugh pretty consistently throughout. Wish I could read half of this stuff. Share a lease with without a table. I don't know. That's
Share leaves without a table. You remember that joke?
no, I
Yeah.
don't. I
It was
don't.
he's like what am I supposed to do? Share a lease without a table? And big punchline. Big punchline.
That might have
I
been
got
the
nothing.
joke. He shared a lease with somebody and they didn't have a table. I don't know.
I don't remember what that was about,
Mm.
but yeah, it
Anyway,
must have been good because you
yeah,
wouldn't
I
have
wrote it
written it
down.
down.
Yeah. Then a breath, strip to paper, thug,
Yeah.
the last few bites of a meal. I got the last few bites of a meal. There you go. Anyway, I think this is worse because I tried to write stuff down. Probably shouldn't have done that. And of course, you know how I wrote them down because I wrote them down while I was watching it. So I wrote
In
them
the
down.
truck.
I wrote them down in the truck with my eyes on the road and my hand on the notepad, just writing. So I couldn't see a
Well, in
thing.
that case, that's pretty good then.
That's not bad, right? That's not bad. Oh, Erin's gonna be so mad at me. She always gets on me for doing stuff while I'm driving, and I do stuff constantly while I'm driving. So bad. I should be arrested. I should probably be arrested.
You know what? Most of us. I mean, I text way too much when
Uh,
I'm driving as well. Yeah.
I watched a comedy special and took notes on it while I was driving.
I mean, you could turn the comedy special on and hear it and glance down here and there and stuff like
Yeah,
that. But
and then I
if
wrote
you're
notes.
trying to use the voice note thing on your phone.
I watch them
Oh,
on
you
my
you watch it on
phone.
your phone. Duh. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, you know, you
I
have to
love you,
start.
Mom, and I swear that I'm the safest person in the world.
Yeah, he's the safest person in the
I'm
world. Yeah.
so safe on the road. Like I talk about my safety on the road all the time.
Can I give an example of your safety?
Yeah. Yes.
And this is legit.
Okay.
Uh,
You're gonna give another story of
no.
something I did.
Tuesday, we were planning on doing the podcast, right? This is
Oh
two
yeah.
days ago. It starts snowing in the afternoon and it's coming down. And I have practice and then I go to the grocery store and stuff. And it's snowing this whole time. And I'm thinking, it's not sticking to the street or anything. I think we're good. And so I get home and it's, about an hour later or so, you're getting home from all your stuff. And you're like, "Hey man, it's, people are starting to I slipped. I'm seeing people slide around a little bit. It's starting to get a little worse." And we call you said, "Let's delay this thing a couple of days because I don't want you to take the risk of driving over here
Yeah.
if it's getting slippery." And I appreciated that so much. It
Okay.
was
Yes.
so that is
There is some safety.
he is the man that called that
I mean,
put a postponement on the thing for my, not even for his, for
oh,
my
it was
safety.
100% for your safety. Yeah, because my safety means nothing. I do
Yeah.
whatever while I'm in the
Well,
truck.
apparently.
But
No.
that's what I'm
No, no.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Uh,
No.
but no, it did. It was pretty
D-
slushy
and
over there. Got a little rough.
And I feel like I'm here today because of that. I think
Absolutely.
there's a chance that I
You're
wouldn't be here any
yeah.
longer
At
if I
least your
tried to go
car's
over there.
here today.
My
Your
car's
car's here today.
here.
I mean, you
Yes.
would have never gone over probably 40 miles an hour.
No.
Uh,
No.
your car's here today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would be
My
here.
car's here today. Who
Maybe with a
knows?
bruise on your head or something, but that'd be about it.
Who knows, man? You know.
Anyway, anyway,
Great Aaron Weber.
do you have any
Um,
other things to say?
you know what? I thought it was good. There were uh there were some things where I was like, okay, that's all right. It's, for some reason like there was some really good stuff and some stuff that there was just enough there that I was like, maybe I started overhyping it a little bit before I watched it or something, but I was like, you know what? This is this is good. It's better than average, but it's not like a top tier thing here.
Oh, I might be much
Um,
higher than you.
you might be much higher than me. What do you got?
And that's grading on a scale. I went 3.7, and that's
Oh,
bringing it
that's
down a
bringing it
couple.
down.
Yeah, I brought it down to a 3.7.
For some
I might
reason,
have been around a 4.1 if I was just going.
it
It
was
was
an hour.
really, really. I thought this was really good,
Okay.
so I brought it down to a 3.7.
Okay. I thought it was good. I settled on a 3-3 for some reason.
Okay, we're not
I went
terribly
three
far
three.
off. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not as far off as I thought. I thought you'd be right at that three
Yeah,
point
I'm definitely
seven's
over
pretty good.
three.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Over three.
three Haas.
Yeah. Yeah.
3.3.
3.3.
Nice.
Ha ha ha. Ha
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 ha.
ha. Yeah.
It's more of
Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like
Ha,
that
ha, ha.
you got a little too much of the A in.
Okay.
I feel like
It's
you
mostly
bear
just the
it's
H.
just the beginning of the H. It's
Oh.
only a third
Yeah.
of the total two letters.
Yeah.
So it's really just the beginning of the H. It's like
Yeah.
ha ha ha.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the whisper of
Whereas
that
I
last part.
am ha 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 ha.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I
You know
see.
what I
I
mean?
see it. Yep.
Feel the difference?
I do.
That's
Yep.
pretty much where we are with this special.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good. I mean, either way, you're over three Haas. So, that's good.
There you go.
It's a pretty good score.
I like it.
Um,
All right, Schmitty, you know what it's time for.
I do. I know what it's time for.
Do you by chance have a Mount Rushmore ready to go?
You ready for this?
Are you going to use the one we got from Dad yesterday?
No, so
Oh,
I had another one written down.
good, because I'm going to use
Yeah,
Dad's.
good. Yeah, 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 yeah. We gotta do that. We gotta do that. Yeah, I did have another one written down. So believe it or not, I'm ready with a Mount Rushmore.
All right,
Now,
let's do it.
there's a chance that we've done this before. If you remember doing this, tell me, and I have a backup.
Okay.
What I want to do is unique, odd, memorable batting stances.
Oh, I love this. I love this. I don't think we've ever done this.
Okay. Then I want to do that.
No, I'm in for this. This sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just typed in Derek Stroop just to see. There
I
is
feel like he did come out
there's
with
a
something recently.
25-minute from a year ago and a 30-minute from 3 years ago. But I need a full special,
Did we
man.
not do that one from last year?
I don't think we did. The one from last year, no, it would have been when he's in this. It says this is it, but he looks younger in this green shirt.
Oh yeah.
He looks younger than he normally does now, but he does look bigger.
Hmm.
That I feel like looks more like what he is now.
Yeah.
Um,
For some reason, I feel like that red plaid shirt. Maybe I
he's
maybe I
he's
just
in
saw a
this.
clip
He's
from
got a
it.
few. Yeah, there's a few different clips from that.
Okay.
little 10-minute deal.
Hmm.
Man, I would love to do a Derek Stroop.
I don't
Uh,
think if he doesn't have a special out, I don't think he's far from it. I
he's
feel like
gotta be.
he's gaining a
He's
lot
all
of,
over the place.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't even see like his own uh what do you call it? Channel on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway,
Huh.
continue. Go ahead.
Oh, by the way, speaking of comedy, I bought tickets. I got an email. Who knows if it's really him, but I think he said before that he actually does this himself.
Okay.
Email from Dimitri Martin, your favorite comedian.
Yes, yes. I do like Demetri Martin.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I know. You didn't love his last special.
I didn't love his last special, but
Right,
I
right, right.
like Demetri Martin.
Yeah, yeah,
That happens a lot.
yeah.
That happens with a lot of comics where
That's
I
true.
don't like
That's true.
maybe something that they put out, but I still love their body of work,
Yeah,
if you will.
yeah. You love their body. Yep. Um,
I
I
love Derek Stroop's body.
so
He's got a body made for me. Anyway, I don't know why I'm on this Derek Stroop kick all of a sudden, but
hey,
and I started watching a lot of him because I watched it after Tuesday, after or Monday when I watched that special. I was like, I need to go back to Derek Stroop. This guy feels a lot like him. And then I was like, yeah, this, and I started watching a bunch. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
I so I bought tickets. So now I have tickets for I think four comedy shows throughout this year coming up.
That's awesome.
One's so I already had.
I was trying to go to Big J in Columbus. See him. He's coming to
Oh,
Columbus. I want to say,
it's coming.
I don't know when, but he's coming to Columbus. He's going to Columbus.
It's worth going to Columbus for him. He's so
Absolutely.
funny.
Yeah.
God. So I've had for a long time. I've had Jim Gaffigan coming up in May or something. Um,
That's the one I would have
that's your
said.
guy.
Yeah.
That's your
That's
guy there.
my main man right there.
I'm going to see Jimmy Carr in like October, I think. October and November, Jimmy Carr. And then I bought tickets to see Dimitri Martin. He's coming to the Funny Bone April
Nice.
sometime.
Nice.
Oh, I already have tickets for also in April. Actually, 2 days after Dimitri Martin. I've had these for a long time. Um, 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 oh God, old New York guy, Dave Attell,
Oh, yeah.
Dave Attell, and then
Do rag and hat.
Durag and Hat, and then I also just bought the other day tickets to see Harlan Williams.
Nice.
I'm excited for Harlan Williams.
That is going to be good.
I cannot wait for
Dude,
Harlan.
that is going to be good.
Yeah.
Harlan Williams is a goofy son of a gun, dude. That's got to be, that's a whole character, right?
You know what's
That's not who he is.
I
That's a whole character. I've heard every interview I've ever heard, he's in character. Like that's
yeah.
got to be a character.
Yeah, I think he is mostly kind of in character. He's like very on when he's on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um he has his own podcast, of course, and I watch it all the time. And I mean, you think he's silly. He is outrageously silly all the time. You know, when he has people that are really good with that kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
good at going back and forth with that. I mean, it's so funny. Oh my God. So funny. But
I,
anyway,
I
I'm
love it.
excited to see
Yeah.
Harlan Williams,
I
man.
love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to Netflix. There's a ton of them on here, and I just got to figure out which one I want to do. Mo Amer is all over Netflix right now.
Got his own show.
Yeah, he's got his own show. And is this the Vagabond? Is that the old one we watched for? Oh, that's 2018. Um, anyway, it just popped on the top. That's why I said that.
He's
Um,
probably getting a lot of watches because he's got that
yeah, he's got the new show,
new
Mo,
show. Yeah.
new season just out. So I gotta find the why is oh here we go. Find us. There's been a ton of new ones that came out. Oh man, I'll tell you what. I almost want to do this. I almost want to do this for Joe.
hmm
We didn't do Fluffy, Legend of Fluffy, and I feel like I don't want to. But I heard, Joe's always gonna say it's good.
hmm
Probably not gonna do it.
He is funny.
He is funny.
He's
I
just gotten
love
so big that it's kind
it's the same thing. I just don't want the same thing over and over again. Look, it just feels a lot of the same.
I'm sure it's not he's not going to have the same 45 minutes on smoking weed with Snoop Dogg and his son or
No,
whatever. I'm sure
yeah,
it's going to be different than that.
yeah, I'm sure it is. Let's see here. Now all of a sudden, like the new comedy specials aren't popping up on my.
I,
Why does that happen?
the algorithm's weird, man.
So I started
Sometimes,
watching Dexter,
uh-huh.
and now all of a sudden, like I watched like 4 or 5 episodes of Dexter, and it's like I lost all my comedy. It's like that's what I watch on Netflix is comedy. Just because I watch a couple episodes of something doesn't mean you just change everything. I need like that's how I remember who I was gonna do the next special on is by going through this.
I feel like there's always new stuff that pops up. I'm like, oh, I got to check that out at some point. And when I go to actually look for that thing on Netflix, it's gone.
Yeah.
I feel like that happens all the time.
It's so annoying. And
Speaking
now I
of,
got to swipe through here until I find something that I want to watch. Now I feel like I'm the person. Okay, what's your? Oh, we already said it.
batting
Daggone it.
stances. While you're looking
Even
at that
worse.
though, you mentioned you're watching Dexter. Did you have you watched that before and you're starting to watch it again?
No, never seen
You're
it before.
starting it
Have
from
you
the
seen
okay.
it?
I've never seen it. I've
Okay.
heard it's amazing. Um,
I finished the first season.
okay.
My brother-in-law is like pushing it, but he's like, "This is so great.
Hmm.
Oh my God, it's amazing." And yeah, so I was like, okay, I'll check it out. We'll see what's going on. And like everything, first episode, you're like, well, you got to figure it out. You got
Hmm.
to watch if you watch any series, you've got to watch 2 episodes. Don't give up in the middle of the
At
first because
least.
you have no idea
Yeah.
the premise. You got to get locked in. So I feel like if you watch 2 full episodes, then you can kind of decide.
Okay.
And so I watched the second episode and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in. First season was good.
Yeah.
First season was really good. And it almost makes you feel like, what are they going to do for a second after that? Like it feels like it should be over now.
Yeah.
But, they have a lot of seasons. And then there's apparently some new thing too. Uh, but anyway, yeah.
That almost ties in perfect. So a couple weeks ago, I've seen like parts of episodes before, but I've never actually watched fully Curb Your Enthusiasm. So
Oh my gosh.
I'm on season 11. I think there's only 12 seasons.
The greatest show. Dude, that's one of my that like so when we did sitcoms,
Hmm.
it was probably before I actually because I watched it all like it just binged it all
Hmm.
just a year or two ago. That's awesome.
That's what I'm doing right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that's Curb Your Enthusiasm is amazing. Larry David is phenomenal. Whoever the fat guy is that we did his special the one time,
Yeah. Jeff Garlin.
so good.
Yeah.
He is so good. The wife is so good in
So
that.
good, so annoying and so good. Yeah.
Ted Danza is so good in that
Yeah.
with Larry's ex.
Uh-huh.
So good. Did you get to the one where he goes when he starts the coffee shop?
Yeah, the Spite Shop.
They go to get they take the plane over to get coffee beans and he hires the guy at the carnival who guesses weight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. To guess everybody's waiting for the plane. Yeah.
So
I just saw that like 2 days ago.
oh,
So here's what I'm running into.
okay.
Okay. So I've seen most of it now. And after the first couple seasons, I started to get where some of the stories, some of the things he got into were way too far
Outrageous.
fetched. Yes.
Outrageous.
Yes.
Outrageous.
I'm like, it's
The
clear that
what's his
nobody
name that
would do
lives
that.
there? Yeah, the
Leon,
Leon.
JB Smoove.
Yes,
That
James Smooth.
when they added him, it was like maybe season 6 or something, 6 or
So
7.
weird.
It's weird.
Makes no
That's it doesn't make any sense, but I think that was the best thing for the show because he's just like an there's not really anything. He just adds a bunch of cuss words and just like but he's so funny. He's so
He's
funny with that
so
stuff.
good.
But yeah, it's starting to lose me a little bit because of the just the things that he gets into and then like some of it's so similar that you're like you can see something happen early in the episode and you're like okay I can see what's going to happen. He's going to end up telling this person's going to tell the other person, and he's
Mm-hmm.
going to run into this person at some restaurant, and then it's all going to get words that he said are going to get you know twist it or something,
Yep,
or he's gonna
same
say
thing
something
over and
stupid.
over.
Yeah. So but I have loved it. I have loved it, and I still do, and I'm gonna continue it. I think I'm just about to season 12, and I think there was 12 seasons, 12 or 13. So, and it's weird now because it felt like season one seemed like it was in 1994, but like season 11 that I'm on now was after the pandemic.
Hmm.
So it's kind of weird. Like it feels like the show was from such a long time ago, but like the
It really
the
is. They
last
have like
couple,
flip phones, but then they
yeah,
took such a long break in
yeah,
between.
yeah. So that is kind of weird, but it's
So all
interesting.
right, I think I've got one. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
You can
I
jump
can,
on YouTube,
this is
Amazon Prime.
I don't know how to search new stuff. I'm so bad at this.
It's not easy to look for new
Where did
new
I
comedy on
find? I
Netflix.
mean, I feel like I missed. Like we were on Netflix, and I'm like, well, we missed that, we missed that, we missed that, and now I'm looking through, and it's only showing me the ones that I've watched.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that happens to me all the
Like I
time.
watched all of these,
Yep.
and then I put on here new ones, right? So I put on here new ones, and what it gives me is everything we watched. It's Ari Shafir, Nate Bargatze, Jamie Foxx,
Hmm.
Anthony Jeselnik, Hassan Minaj, Tim Dillon. I wasn't a fan of that one, was I? Ali
I don't
Wong,
think so.
Adam Sandler, Hannah Berner, Keith Robinson. This is 6 days ago. This came out. Roast of Tom Brady. I don't know who Fern Brady is. All right. Help me out. What have we missed? It's happening. We're doing it. Gabriel Iglesias,
Let's do
Legend of
it.
Fluffy. God, I didn't even want to.
You know what? This might be his redemption.
Let's do it.
I feel like
Let's
this
do
could
it.
be
I
really
need
good.
it. And all of it, they're all good.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a lot of the same stuff. It's his cousin. It's Fluffy. It's
Yeah. Yeah, because you know what? When you first mentioned it when it came out, whatever, a few weeks ago or something, you mentioned it and you're like, see, like the Legend of Fluffy, the title
the
alone makes
title
me
alone made me not want to watch it.
right.
If the title was like Legends Never Die, I'd be like, all right, let's give it a go. But it
Because it
was the
could be about
legend of
somebody
yeah,
else.
it was the
Yeah.
legend of Fluffy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, every single time you come out,
Hmm.
it's like when what's her name comes out, she ready.
Ugh. Ugh.
She ready. You don't got
Ugh.
to do that at like 15 times every comedy special.
Yes, especially when even one time it doesn't make sense.
No, I don't even know where it started. Nobody knows where you just walk out and start saying it. Like,
I don't know. Anyway,
she has become a pretty good actress. Like, she's really funny in the movies
she's
she
in a
does.
lot of stuff.
And
Yeah.
she's really funny in the movies that she does. Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
Um, just the last two comedy specials.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
rough, rough. Anyway, all right, there we go.
We've got some good stuff.
Fluffy and batting stances.
Hmm.
And it's 12:15. So until next time, don't forget to turn your headlights on.